What's up, everybody? This is About the Labor Live Vikings 49ers halftime show. Most of you are familiar with this show, so you know exactly what I'm going to say. Some positives: the defense is playing well. They're getting some pressure on Garoppolo. 14 points, a turnover, but they're doing exactly what I did not want them to do on offense, which is just basically keeping Cousins in the pocket against a pass rush that is damn near one of the best in the entire league. If Brian O'Neill's getting beat, he doesn't get beat often. That should tell you something. They're moving their defensive line around, so on and so forth. I don't understand why you would keep Cousins in the pocket. I know you don't want to, I guess, do the same thing week to week and do the expected, but when the unexpected is something that you're bad at, that you haven't won a game using, I just don't understand why they're doing it. I don't, and I never will. And if they don't come out in the second half with some changes to their game plan, I am going to be livid, and it's going to erase any goodwill that Zimmer had, that Stefanski had from the last game, because they're playing right into the hands of the strengths of the 49ers. I get that if the running game isn't working, it's hard to run play action. But I said this after the Monday Night Football game, and I'll say it again. That doesn't mean you completely stop doing it, because then you're basically letting the lack of a run game exponentially hurt the rest of your offense. Because Dalvin Cook isn't getting yardage, you can still... They're obviously committed to stopping him. So if you fake it via play action, they might bite. Even if they don't, I like Cousins out of the pocket, rolling out, throwing to his receivers a million times more than I like Cousins in a shotgun standing there. I don't understand. Again, if the run game isn't working, or what I said after the Monday Night Football game, if Dalvin Cook isn't playing, you're taking away what you're good at in the pass game, in addition to not being able to run the ball. So it compounds. It's extremely frustrating. They should win this game. They're in it. The defense is doing good. Tang says garbage offensive line in both pass and run blocking. Need the 49ers need the holes the 49ers are giving. Yeah, that's why you get out of the pocket. That's why you run some misdirection screens. They run some screens, but get out of the pocket. If the pocket is collapsing, at least let him be mobile enough to get away from it. Buy some time. You can't tell me that O'Neal or Reef can't give him some time, or put a tight end over there and let him roll out. It's not that complicated. It really isn't. It's extremely frustrating. I have nothing more to say. Jeremy 34 Jeremy C says they're trying to make Kurt beat them, and I know you mean the 49ers, but they're not doing anything we did not expect them to do. They're really not. They're playing their game, and we're not playing ours. And it's halftime. Play like we did in the first half. We're not. That's not how this offense works. And if you start actually making some hay in the pass game, that'll open up the run game a little bit more. But you can still run play actions even if Dalvin isn't picking up yards, because they're extremely committed to making this team one-dimensional. That means that they have guys in the box. That's their entire game plan. So run a play action, roll out, bootleg, just do it. See what happens. Christ. DOD says the offensive line is the weak link. It always has been. I mean, they had a great game last week, but it's hard to actually say how good that game was because Cousins was out of the pocket. That's why, for example, in 2018, the Vikings offensive line looked better on paper than they did in reality because Keenum was running all over the place, thus not giving up sacks. It's just, yeah, the offensive line is not great. It's better than it was. They've invested in some youth. I would say maybe Samia for Elfline, get a young left tackle, blah blah blah. But I mean, that's what you get when you let your head coach basically dictate your draft for 6 years. So yeah, the game's probably coming back on. I'm just we need to get out of the damn pocket. That's all I'll say. See you guys in the live chat and hopefully after the game.